Alright, we're back, and it's time to get a look at the post-Axis world we've created, and the new Comintern-dominated world, which will take its place. Alright, just gotta ram through these events. Nice achievement as well. But that shall be hardly the first of the triumphant revolutions. As you can see, I've puppeted most of the majors, and just outright annexed all of the minors. Keeping Italy and Germany intact, by and large, you can see that the Allies have done quite a number to Africa, and our boy Kurdistan has gotten a couple more provinces to call its own. Flipping to the faction view here, we can get a much better look at where we stand, dominating in most of Europe, though the Allies have a nice little pocket with Yugoslavia, and they dominate in Africa. We have a puppet that I honestly don't remember creating. That being our only toehold on the continent, really. I hope you guys are prepared for some border gore, because here comes France, and Octica. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, to be honest. I only took 2 provinces for myself, so I don't know why any of that exists. So now it's time to do the focuses and claims that most people have done hours and hours ago. And that is, of course, take the Baltic states and begin the Winter War, though I really do like our prospects in this upcoming Winter War. But I'm gonna hold off on... Wait, did I just see that? Did the UK just guarantee Estonia? I think they did, yes, I think I am seeing that correctly. It doesn't look like they've done any other guarantees, but they have guaranteed Estonia, which definitely makes this situation much more interesting. Let's throw down that justification against Finland. Well, in the meantime, I'm going to prepare as if the UK isn't going to guarantee Finland. I missed it in the last frame. We managed to gain 1 Baltic state under our belt. I'm still going to send the ultimatum against Estonia. I'm not sure if they will submit or not, but maybe they won't, even though they're guaranteed. We shall see. They refuse our generous offer, and that gives us a war goal. We're still justifying a war goal. I may as well cancel that. And yeah, I wonder, does it last forever? It does last forever, which means that gives me a war goal against the UK and the Allies without having to justify one. On top of that, it looks like Finland is rejecting our demands, and they didn't get guaranteed. So I'm just going to go ahead and declare war on them immediately. I am not even sure if all our troops are in position, but I don't care. So this winter war is more of a winter walk than anything, and as predicted, it's going much better than I thought. In fact, Finland is about to capitulate. There they go, and we only took 2,000 casualties, so I'll take that, and I am just going to take all of Finland. We're preparing now for the final combat. Well, the final combat against the Allies. And as you can see, Poland was able to wrangle free along with Denmark. I've spent time off screen arranging all my forces perfectly for this, and I think I'm ready. I am wondering, will the UK have the stones to back up their guarantee? So far, I didn't see anything. I just called in everybody, right? Well, let's just hit all these buttons here. I've drawn all sorts of crazy plans, so we'll see which ones work out and which ones don't. I forgot to show off, we have a puppet in Vietnam. Yep, I saw it. There we go. The UK is joining this war as our enemy, so they are actually backing up their guarantee. I honestly thought they might not. I thought there was a chance that they might abandon Estonia, but nope, they're going to go to World War III for Estonia, so props to them. Wait, did I see that? Oh, it's a Bulgarian civil war. We've already taken Warsaw. As you can see here, the main concentration of this war is in Poland. The Allies have placed all their forces here, and there's only one port in Danzig. So I stacked up a bunch of armor, I stacked up all my air, in hopes I could cut them off and crush them here. But the war continues to take place all over the world. I got troops everywhere. Crap, one of the front lines I forgot to cover. We're fighting in the Middle East. Poland is looking worse than I had hoped. We still haven't taken Danzig, and I may not have had enough troops to fight the Allies here as they're pushing out. In France, though, we're pushing forward with minimal resistance. Same within the Benelux. Sadly, the tides have turned against us, and now our armor is encircled as the Allies have pushed out. Elite forces coming to Danzig now. We might be able to link up, and we might be able to cut off the Allies. I gotta stop the Allies from tearing apart our puppets. Well, we've managed to take Danzig. Unfortunately, the Allies took another port. So we still have our work cut out for us. I'm trying to push them as best I can. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to take the port, but we'll see. In France, we're tearing them up. I don't think the French had recovered at all from their occupation. In a bitter blow, we've taken the Suez Canal and all of Egypt pretty much at this point. It's our gateway to the rest of the continent. The British continue to land on our allies. The battle for France continues to be a bright point in this war. At this point, I think we've wrapped it up. We've taken the port in Poland and cut the Allies off from their supplies, meaning that it's only a matter of time before we destroy this massive pocket and this massive encirclement. France is done. At this point, I think it's time for me to start planning my invasion of the United Kingdom. I'm going to go from Germany right over here. I'm going to avoid the English Channel. It's easier to invade England if you avoid it. The Polish bag is closing, and it's closing hard. I feel sorry for these troops in here, because it must be a miserable experience to be slowly running out of supplies. I'm trying to cut them in half right now, actually, but I don't know if it'll work. I'm worried they're getting some supplies from their cities, so I want to make sure they're not able to do that. Almost cut them in half here, and got their capital. Cut them in half, and the cleanup is just continuing along. I think I'm going to try and clean up this entire pocket. It's a beautiful thing to see, slowly but surely eating away at these pockets. I wish I could see the casualties, but I'd have to restart the game, because I'm having that glitch where the tab won't show up when you click on the war screen. The Allies trying to do a D-Day, I guess. Fortunately, I am prepared. I have reserve troops ready for this scenario, and I doubt that they're going to get very far. Well, while we're waiting for everybody to get there, looking over at Poland, it's pretty much over. I think there's only one pocket here left, and it's not going to last very much longer. Yeah, like I said, just really wish I could see those casualties, because I'm pretty sure it's going to be highly in our favor. Still haven't kicked out these guys off of the mainland yet, but it won't take much longer. The Allies and the British doing what they do best, just random naval invasions anywhere they can. But we can just pick them off easily. It'll just diminish the amount of troops they have on the mainland. Or sorry, on the main home islands. Let's see if I can crush this little pocket here. Because this one is all but finished. Nice overruns there, always love it. A lot of these allied countries have not actually joined in the war. It's a little irritating, but what can you do? I guess I'll just have to do it manually. Like Yugoslavia, you can see. And another random naval invasion. Time for a naval invasion of our own. But before that, I've restarted, and we can look at our casualties. And as you can see, things going very well for us. 4 million losses in comparison to less than 1 million for us. And not only that, our fielded manpower outweighs theirs considerably. Maybe at least 3 to 1, maybe even 4 to 1. And we can also see that their allies are being bled dry. Look at Mexico, 500,000 casualties. That's crazy. 300,000 casualties for Free France. 100,000 casualties for the British Malaya. Almost 500,000 for the Raj. And over 1 million for the UK. Crazy, crazy. Our naval invasion has landed without any resistance whatsoever. Just making sure that the United Kingdom is the only major, so if we beat them, this will end the war. The US has not joined them. And this is sad. There's not a single division here. There is no English divisions anywhere on the homeland. Well, that's a little bit of an understatement. There are some, but there's 4 here? 3 here? It's the saddest defense of the English home isles I've ever seen. Look at this. There's nothing. The United States has a bunch of divisions here, but they haven't joined the war, so they can't do anything. It's almost over at this point. London is about to fall. And yeah, there they go. Well, I think for this particular peace conference, I don't know if I want any other puppet besides the United Kingdom. I think I might just annex everybody, but we'll see. We are done, and let us see the beautiful aftermath. Okay, that is neither here nor there. In any case, as I said, I annexed pretty much everybody except for the Union of Britain. The main reason I need as many naval powers as I can before I take on the last superpower, which is going to be the United States. So in Africa, I took everything that I could. I got some border gore spots here, some border gore spots here. We're at the point in this world conquest where it's just declare war on everybody whenever you can. Look at what's left of the allies. Liberia, Iceland, and what's the last one there? Cameroon, and of course Yugoslavia. Well, time to take out Yugoslavia. Yeah. Okay, get it. Everybody wants to join. Justifying against China now. 90 days. Yugoslavia, pretty much crushed. We have so much production. Yugoslavia done for. Obviously, we're just going to take all states. Siam, the next one on the chopping block. And no one's going to come and help them this time. Let's see, do we have our... Yes, we do have our war goal on China. I'm mainly going to ignore this front and let my allies do most of the fighting. Siam, pretty much done as well. There goes Siam, finished once and for all. When it comes to China, I'm going to let Japan do most of the fighting. I'm just going to cover the front lines. And really, let's just look at, before I get into my main point, let's look at their forces compared to ours. And we outnumber them greatly. And even though we have more casualties, it's not a big deal. I need China as a major power to farm war goals faster. Next is Franco. 75 days. Pretty nice. Portugal. Can I take them to 185 days? Whatever. I got the time. Anybody else? Geez, Sweden is still around. They're going to be powerful. That's too much time, I think. Iraq is going to be next. So we were able to take Canada and Mexico in the peace deal, and I'm just building up forces to fight the Americans. Iraq didn't take long to kill. The Kurds sure know how to rebel, but they don't know how to suppress rebellion, as Lebanon has rebelled against them. Looks like we got our war goal against Franco here. And I'm just going to go right ahead with that. Uh-oh. Looks like I didn't put enough troops here on the border. And I didn't even put my air forces. Yeah, we're getting pushed back. Though, we can see that Kurdistan is getting more and more powerful as I've given to them their last cores. So we can see Thick Boy Kurdistan at its maximum extent. Baghdad belongs to it. I guess it's not actually just a claim. They don't have an actual core on there. Oh well. Still, hopefully they can hold on to it. We managed to hold Franco back in France, which is great news. And we're doing a pretty good job. Those are some good looking casualty ratios. Looking at Franco's actual effort, 1 million casualties. They've only managed to kill 160,000 Soviets. Okay, I think it's time to start the counterattack now. Counterattack goes good so far. We gain all of our French territory. Cutting into Spain now. And it's over for Franco. How many troops did he throw at us? 2.5 million. In China, I'm just offering air support, really. Making sure that our troops can push unhindered. Japan launching another naval invasion against China. Franco continues to cling on to some bitter hope of survival here. Nothing going on in the Middle East. Spain finally capitulates. And now it's on to Portugal. Something tells me that they don't exactly have a snowball's chance in hell here. Looking at the nationalist Spanish casualties, it's pretty brutal. 3.22 million men. That's how many troops they threw at us trying to stop us. And they only managed to kill 336,000 Soviets. Switzerland is the next to go. Didn't stand much of a chance, old Switzerland. It's time, finally. It's time to end this combat that has engulfed the world for so long and take on our arch nemesis, the United States. So, in order to declare war on the United States, I'm going to declare war on Brazil and draw them in with me. And this is it. The final showdown between the two last remaining titans of the world. So, I've been spending a lot of time building up air resources, building up ground resources, and trying my best to upgrade the Soviet Navy. The opening stages of our operation look good. Taken the southern United States by storm, moved through Texas with relative ease, and I'm moving on, hoping to take New Orleans quickly. But as you can see, we're slowing down a little bit here. In the north, we're gaining some small encirclements, but we still haven't managed to grab New Orleans, which is our main goal right now. If I can encircle it, that'd be great. The Brits have decided to help in colonizing their former colony and made a major push to land on the eastern coast, but it doesn't look like it's going to amount to much. In the meantime, I'm just getting as many justifications against as many states as I can. Unfortunately, the United States are landing behind us. I thought our Navy would be able to prevent that, but it has not. The United States Air Force is proving to be more capable than I thought. I honestly thought we'd be able to crush them, but they're stopping a lot of our bombing runs. Bombing runs in China, though, continue to go off without a hitch. I'm gonna try and wrap up things in China, though, now that we're fighting the United States. The United States continuing to push in troops wherever they can. And we're bogged down in the south. Not able to make any real gains here, unfortunately. In the north, I've ignored Alaska completely, and it is proven to be a tremendous mistake. The United States are bleeding into Canada, and I'm having to stop that bleeding. And we're not making much headway. The Brits landing anywhere they can, and look at this. The United States has broken off some of my troops. China refuses to capitulate. God damn, I hate this. They just cling on bitterly. Sweden, the next one to get the axe. Don't think that, again, they'll be much of a threat. However, they are a powerful nation. Iceland fought with the Axes. Of course, they gotta go. Somehow, some way. Oh my god, they're finally going to surrender. Maybe they will actually pack it in. Thank you. Thank you so much, China, for finally throwing in the towel. Of course, we're just going to annex everything. Well, maybe I'll give Japan some. We'll see what happens. Well, as you can see, I just ate the whole kit and caboodle. Japan, I decided didn't need anything. They didn't do as well in that war as I hoped they would. So, what can you do? My garrison divisions are looking good, at least their cavalry, which saves us some manpower. At this point, it's time to start annexing our puppets and bringing them into the fold to complete our world conquest. So I'm starting with Korea, sending them whatever equipment I can spare. Sweden still kicking, hasn't capitulated yet. So I'm not gonna lie, I've definitely checked out of the United States front, and they've hit back hard, taking a ton of territory in Mexico. So I'm calling over the Chinese troops, and I'm hoping they can turn the tide there. I've got my Navy raiding the Americans as much as I can. Unfortunately, the American Navy has been able to withstand not just my Navy, but the combined Navy of all my allies. And fortunately, the Chinese troops have made a difference, and we're starting to encircle these American troops. And we'll gain back our territory, thankfully. And we won't suffer some sort of horrific encirclement. Thankfully, we've managed to create a beautiful encirclement here. And all this work the United States has done will be for nothing. However, they have encircled us in retaliation in the north. So, for every door open, one closes, as they say. I don't know who says that, but I'm saying it now. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to get some relief here. Unfortunately, it looks like we're not going to be able to save most of our forces here. We're suffering a massive encirclement. Soviet Turkey has been created, And as much good as Thick Boy Kurdistan has done for us, it was time to say goodbye as I annexed them into oblivion. Unfortunately, in the north, things have gone from bad to worse for our forces. We've lost a huge number of Soviet troops in encirclements, and I'm pulling out what's left through the St. Lawrence River. Once again, collecting our war goals. Time to say goodbye to Haiti, the most mighty of all nations. And after that, it's going to be the Dominican Republic, unfortunately. Striking back against the United States in Alaska and reclaiming our territory there. We lost it in the northeast, so I gotta gain it back somewhere else. Gain back all our territory in the south, but we still have yet to claim New Orleans for us. Okay, I think it's time to show you guys what I've been doing in the background. Kablamo. I'm about tired of this. It's time to end the stalemate now. And I'm going to end it by any means necessary. As you can see, I've stockpiled 41 nuclear bombs to use in occasions such as this. Okay, I've got green air in a few provinces at least, so I'm not really looking to destroy their cities. As you can see, I'm looking to destroy their armies. So just anywhere I can, throwing down a couple nuclear bombs. Got some here, especially if I can find a good pocket of troops. Let's throw another one down here. And here, and here. Only got 35 left. 36. Now back to 35. Got 10 divisions. As you can see, my patience has run out for this world conquest. I'm honestly surprised at how well the United States continues to equip their forces. But with that being said, it's time to initiate the assault and see how well we've done. The British actually managing to maintain their pocket there. And now with that nuclear bombardment, it looks like in the north we're going to do pretty well. I can't get anywhere in the south though due to lack of air superiority. Okay, finally got some air superiority in Arizona here, and it's time to put it to good use. Trying to close the gap. I'm so close to closing the gap. I feel like once we can divide east and west, this whole task is going to be so much easier. So close, but we're going to need some nuclear injection to get there. God, they're still fighting to defend their territory despite their battleground has just been nuked. They're still holding on by the skin of their teeth. I'm just nuking everywhere, trying to prevent them from linking up and reinforcing themselves. This is just horrific. I think we can get it. We're almost there. Beautiful. We've done it. We've linked up the troops and broken the United States into an eastern half and a western half. And I think the western half is going to go down first. It'll probably be the easier half. Finally looking at the casualties here, and it's been a bloodbath for us. 4 million Soviet casualties in comparison to 6.6 million American casualties. And I'm not going to lie, the United States has put up an incredible fight so far. Much better than any other fight put up by any other nation to this point. There you go. the Japanese invasion of Florida after the Japanese invasion of Italy. I'm trying to race to San Francisco in order to cut off their main supply base to the western half of the United States. But it's well defended, 25 divisions. Man, if only I could get a nuclear bomb in there. What kind of damage might that do? I'm sure there are more than a few people that wanted to see San Francisco nuked. Still, the Americans bitterly cling on to their toehold in San Francisco, but I think they're trying to evacuate as many of their troops as they can. The irradiated ruins of San Francisco are ours. Just gotta nuke their ports, really. Trying to stop anybody from escaping. I'm sure that's some sort of horrific human rights violation. The sun sets on the western pocket as they are completely cut off from supplies now. At this point, it's just the mopping up operations. And I think we're gonna mop up quite a few. This is it, the final stretch. All that's left is the eastern United States. And we've managed to make a few pockets, Japan and the British have, but it's time for the Soviet steamroller to grind the last resistance underneath our heels. Look at that though, that's quite a pocket made by the English. Even a pretty decent one by Japan here too. Although our allies still haven't managed to crack Fortress Cuba, so I'll give them a hand here. And nuke Havana, although I really feel like that's unfair, nuking Havana. But they still can't do it, which is sad, really. No, maybe. At this point, we're moving into the rest of South America. We're going to take out Venezuela next. And Colombia, going to add on just to boot. Vietnam is going to be the next country annexed by our glorious Soviet annexation program. In the United States, no movement really so far. Provisional Government of Qatar, sure, why not? Venezuela grinding away. Havana still stands strong. South America wrapping up their last pockets of resistance. Chile goes down, Peru's down, Venezuela's down. Nothing really exciting happened there. El Salvador still alive, but that's because they, for whatever reason, always have a crap ton of troops. Provisional Government of Finland, sure, why not? Get these occupied territories doing something for me. Oh my god, I can't believe I forgot Austria. Somehow they've survived all this time, but not much longer. We've managed to take out Cuba finally, and the Dominican Republic and Haiti. Austria's gone. Pretty much everywhere is gone. Just trying to annex what's left. We can see that resistance is diminishing and compliance is increasing. Our next great offensive against the United States is launched. Not doing so good, so it's going to need some nuclear assistance. Anywhere we can, anywhere there's a good pocket. Just nuked Atlanta now. And by the end of this, we'll nuke every major US city, probably. Oh, God. I still have 36 more bombs to go. I can do this all day and night. Okay, set up the Provisional Government of Ireland. Why not? Jesus Christ. It's a slaughterhouse. It's a massacre. Just going along one by one. And they're still holding on. Unbelievable. My divisions must just be very weak. Oh my god, did they capitulate? No, no. 15 million US casualties at this point. That's incredible. That's like Soviet casualties in real World War II at this point. Washington is going to fall, I think, here. And it's going to be our allies. Well, it's going to fall now. Thank you. Thank you, Great Britain, for doing us a great service. I love that as I'm micromanaging around, I can still hear nukes going off in the background. Well, I'm gonna nuke Atlanta again, because they didn't learn their lesson the first time. I'm really hoping that once Chicago falls, that'll be it. And we can bring this irradiated continent into the fold. Is it going to finally end? Is this going to be the end of our world conquest? Just gotta nuke them one more time for good measure. It's over. It's finally over. The United States capitulates. And, of course, we're just going to take absolutely everything. And that's it. Actually, no. There's a little bit more. Because I want to finish annexing and mopping up any last little countries that remain. So, it ends the conflict portion. Now I guess it's just the political portion. And I'll be back with that. So that's it. As you can see, we've annexed pretty much everybody, except for the neutral republics of West Africa, who, I'm not going to lie, I just don't have the energy to declare war on every single one and annex them. I'd like to get this video out at some point in my lifetime. Other than that, though, everyone else remains outright annexed, except for a handful of states which remain merely allied. And there you go. That's it. That's the red world that Joseph Stalin had always envisioned. And with that, we're going to have to call an end to this video. And not only that, an end to the Stalinator name in general. Sorry, these little countries are bothering me. They should give you, at some point, some sort of mass justification tool once you become powerful enough. And the United Balkan Federation has formed. They remain an ally to us, not an outright puppet, so that's why they're a different color. In any case, I hope you enjoyed this Stalinator finale. I certainly enjoyed my time as DaStalinator, but it's time to move on to bigger and better things. After that video, I'm sure a lot of you are wondering, what happens now? Well, with this epilogue, I'd like to talk a little bit about what's going to happen in the immediate future. The very first thing is going to be the official name change. By the time you see this video, the name may in fact already be changed. Currently, I'm working on getting all my T's crossed and I's dotted in regards to that. Trying to create some good art and logos that will at least give me something as a placeholder. Then, once the official name change is completed, I have one more video that's edited and ready to go, which I guess will be the first video under the new name. And after that, the new era really starts. Before I sign off though, let me do one last thing and plug our Discord. I'm going to leave a pinned comment for this video giving you directions on how to join our Discord. However, about a week ago, a viewer set up a Discord and I've only marginally plugged it. And in the time that it's been set up though, it's grown into a wonderful community. where I've had the chance to hang out and talk with people a lot and really catch up with everybody about what's been going on over the past couple of years. So I encourage you to follow us there. If you're ever wondering what's going on, I'll be posting updates and announcements on there, so feel free to check it out. And with that, this is the Stalinator signing off for the final time.